Namaste. Very good morning to all of you. Today is the second lecture on Introduction to Philosophy. Today we will discuss classical Indian philosophy. Classical Indian philosophy is divided in two parts. Heterodox schools of Indian philosophy and number second, Orthodox school. Indian philosophy. Schools here means a number of philosophers. Given are the same philosophy. When a single person gives the philosophy, we designate it is that person's philosophy. Gandhiji's philosophy, Tagore's philosophy. But here in classical system, there are schools of philosophy. A number of persons believe in one group of principles or one thought, and they followed that thought and given that thought. Therefore, these are heterodox schools of philosophy and orthodox schools of philosophy. What are heterodox schools of philosophy? Those schools which reject the authority of Vedas. These are also called atheistic philosophers or atheistic schools of philosophy. Atheistic means those persons or schools who reject the existence of God. And why they are called atheistic? Because they all reject the existence of God. They all reject Vedas. And at that time, Vedas are the only books in the world which accepts the existence of God, which believe in the existence of God. Therefore, these schools, heterodox school, rejects the existence of God and also rejects the authority of the Vedas. Now, first we will take what are the heterodox schools of Indian philosophy. There are three heterodox schools of Indian philosophy. First is Carvaka. Second is Jainism. And the third is Buddhism. These three schools are popularly known as heterodox schools of Indian philosophy. The first school, Carvaka, it rejects the authority of Vedas, rejects the existence of God, rejects the existence of soul. Carvaka school rejects the authority of Vedas, rejects the existence of God, and rejects the existence of soul. What he believes? He believes in this material world. He believes in material world. He says that this world is the real world. Our body is real. soul is unreal. Soul is nothing but consciousness, which is a product of the body, nothing else. Product of matter, nothing else. Therefore, for Carvaka, whatever is this material one. He says the aim of an individual is only eat, drink, and be merry. Merry. Means the only motto of an individual is to get pleasure. And these three are the means to get pleasure. That is the philosophy of Carvaka. He says that what Veda says is completely lie. Lie spoken by the Brahmins, nothing else. The second heterodox school is Jainism. Yes. The word Jaina means conqueror, one who wins, one who conquers his life. Jainism is also a heterodox school of Indian philosophy. It also rejects Vedas, the authority of Vedas. It also rejects the existence of God. But Jainism does not reject the existence of soul. Most of other concepts of Jainism are borrowed from the Vedas, are a reflection on the Vedas, criticism on the Vedas. Jainism also believes in this material world, and he gives the doctrine of Anekantavad. The doctrine of manyness of reality. Manyness of reality. There is reality of soul, there is a number of souls, and number of material atoms. Jainism also accepts the reality of time and space. Jainism also gives relevant theories in epistemology or theory of knowledge. Nyayavad, Syadvad are the relevant theories or most important theories of Jainism. After Jainism, the third heterodox school is Buddhism. Buddhism is the third heterodox school of Indian philosophy. We all know it is given by Lord Buddha. Lord Buddh. Hindu believes Buddha is the ninth incarnation of Lord Vishnu. But the Buddhists, the followers of Buddhism, they don't believe on that. Why? Because they do not accept the existence of God. They do not accept the existence of God. Now the question arises, hey, they reject Vedas, whether they reject the existence of God or not. Now the question is, the answer is, neither they reject the existence of God nor they accept the existence of God. Whenever the followers of Buddhism or followers of Lord Buddha at his time asked him, there is God, he maintains silence. He doesn't answer this question. Then the followers ask, is there soul? Again, Lord Buddha maintains silence. He doesn't answer that question. Means Buddhism neither rejects the existence of God nor rejects the existence of soul. But here is a problem, because Buddhism neither accepts the existence of God nor accepts the existence of soul. He says these are not relevant questions. These are not relevant questions which deal with human life. And to answer that, to justify that, Lord Buddha gives a doctrine. That doctrine is popularly known as Four Noble Truths. The first noble truth Lord Buddha gives, that is Sarvam Dukham. Sarvam Dukham. Sarvam Dukham means there is suffering in the world. There is suffering. He says that birth is suffering. When the child born, there is pain. Both feels the mother and the child. Death is suffering. When men die, there is suffering. Even he says illness is suffering. Illness is suffering. When you become ill, there is suffering. He says even if there is pleasure in your life, it is also mixed with pain. You have a fear in your mind that how much this pleasure remains with you, whether it lost or not. Pleasure is also mixed with pain. So he says that there is suffering in the world. The first noble truth is there is suffering. Then the second noble truth, if there is suffering, there must be cause of suffering. And he gives the second noble truth. Dukh Samudaya. Dukh Samudaya means cause of suffering. Dukh Samudaya is the second noble truth of Buddhism. If there is something, there must be a cause of that thing, or that cause is discussed in. And he says ignorance is the root cause of all suffering. Ignorance is the root cause. Third, he says Dukh Nirodha. The third noble truth is Dukh Nirodha. Dukh Nirodha means to stop that suffering. There is cessation of suffering. It is translated as Dukh Nirodha. Third is CEA. Cessation of suffering. English translation of Dukh Nirodha. Cessation of suffering. Stop. How to stop suffering? If we stop the cause, then the suffering can be stopped. And that is, the third is cessation of suffering. Suffering can be ceased. The fourth noble truth of Buddhism is Dukh Nirodha Gamani Pratipad. Pratipad means way, rasta, the path. And fourth में Lord Buddha discussed how to get freedom from suffering. How to get freedom from suffering. Here he gives eightfold path. Eightfold path. Right faith, right resolve, etc. Eightfold Path of Buddhism. This is it. This is the four noble truth, the doctrine of Four Noble Truths of Lord Buddha. Then these are the three schools: Buddhism, Jainism, and Carvaka.